Today on the TMZ Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the TMZ Podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm joined by Nikki Hendry. How are you, Nikki?
I'm good. How are you? Happy Monday. Happy daylight savings. How you feeling?
Oh, actually, really good now because of this fall back.
Yeah. Did Peach sleep? Your daughter?
Nope.
Yep.
She is not sleeping
all on
at
Instagram
all.
yesterday. It was like this stuff. If you have kids, you know the daylight savings really does mess up kids' schedules. And
Oh,
they're just,
yeah.
like, not napping and up all day and.
She just turned 3 over the weekend,
Oh,
actually.
happy
Yesterday.
birthday, Peach, you little sweetheart.
She loves the TMZ pod. You out there, Peachy? Dada's here. You out there? Okay. What are we going to talk about today? I love these stories. Firstly, Jon Voight. He's from Ray Donovan and a bunch of big films. He's been an actor. He's been famous for ages. For years. Well, he is beefing again with his daughter, Angelina Jolie.
What else is new?
I know. They've got the worst father-daughter relationship. Speaking of me and Peach, who have the best.
Exactly.
We'll talk about, of course, Taylor Swift.
Oh.
And everyone's shooting their shot at her, like, to get close to her.
Uh-huh.
This time, you know Gypsy Rose Blanchard? There was a documentary about her, Mummy, Dead and Dearest.
Yep.
She killed her mum.
Yeah.
But, it was kind of one of those Dexter killings, whereas, maybe she had a point.
Uh-huh.
Well, now she's about to get out of prison. First person she wants to see, Taylor Swift. She wants to go to a Chiefs game to meet up with Taylor Swift.
Yawn. Oh.
But to begin with, BravoCon.
Oh, Lord.
This
was
weekend.
all over TMZ.com. 2Fab, our sister site, was also on down there in Vegas. And we had a few people here who went as well.
So you are mainly clips and clearance for us.
Correct.
You see all the video that comes in, all the viral this, all the video from BravoCon.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you were, snowed in this weekend with clips from BravoCon.
Yeah, I fortunately do not have to work on the weekend, so I was not actually going through it for work.
Okay.
But yeah, no, catching up this morning, I think one of the two hot celebrities from BravoCon, Kyle Richards and Teresa Giudice. Those were the two main themes I saw over my entire feed, Instagram. We did a lot of coverage on BravoCon too this weekend. So yeah, Kyle Richards. Let's start with her.
Okay, because she had a very emotional weekend. She is in the midst of this divorce.
Yeah.
And I say divorce because she did.
Yep.
A divorce from Mauricio.
Yep.
And this is the first time this weekend she's used that D word.
Yep.
Let's listen to it now.
And I just take a day at a time right now. I'm grateful that we get along so well and that we love each other very much. And we're putting our family first. We're still living together under the same roof. And I'm proud of the way that we're navigating through this. So I just take it a day at a time. I've gone through a lot this last year that it does change you. Losing my best friend, suicide changed me, and going through my divorce, all that, but it made me stronger. But it definitely changes you as a person.
So that's the first time she's ever said divorce. And for months now, it's been kind of like, why don't you guys just come out and say it? They've been playing games. And while they've both been sort of dating other people, they've been pretending that they're not actually separate. It's been confusing, but now we know for sure. It's clear they're getting a divorce.
And during all of this, while she was at BravoCon, some more photos got released of Mauricio out with Emma Slater, which was his Dancing with the Stars partner. And, everyone thought that they had a lot of chemistry. There was also photos, I do believe either last week or the week before of them out holding hands as well, going to a restaurant. And, Mauricio just said, we were just friends. And the thing is, too, is that her storyline about being with Morgan Wade or not, she, to me, and I'm usually typically a girl's girl, but I do think Kyle is playing a little bit of the victim because in a sense, I don't know their relationship, but on the outside looking in, it looked like she started it. She started all of these rumors of her being, outside of the marriage, maybe doing something that she wasn't supposed to be doing. And especially, with Morgan Wade, that was the rumored
like a
girlfriend.
lesbian relationship,
and that's
huge
headlines.
headlines.
Exactly. And that's totally fine. But she was never one to address it. But then she's like, oh, we're doing a film about Morgan Wade. That's why I'm following her around. That's why I'm in her music video kissing her. That's why I'm sitting on her lap on tour buses. She's the one who I think started all of this.
She also initiated the divorce. She said that she was the one who initiated the separation, the divorce.
Correct.
So, yeah, now she's at BravoCon and she's also crying on stage.
Yeah.
There was a moment on stage where she was asked about it all and she started to cry. Let's listen to that now.
I just want to say that, a lot of people think, what are you doing? Just pull together, fix everything. Obviously, that's what I would want. This is not my idea of my fairy tale, clearly. But I'm sorry. I just, yeah, thank you.
So are you saying those are kind of crocodile tears? Because she claims there that she wants to fix everything, that she wants to like basically get back together is what she's kind of implying there, and that why she's so upset that this has happened to her. But having said that, she was the one who initiated everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough because I think her emotions are real because when you've been in a relationship for that long with someone and nothing really kind of that we know of happened that was like, this is what happened and that's why I have hatred for that person or
There's no
whatever it is.
incident
There's
you
no
point to.
incident.
Yeah.
However, I don't know, living under the same roof makes it very, very murky. I mean, we saw with Kim and Croy, they were like all talking about how they were still hooking up while they're trying to go through this tumultuous,
That must
really
be
crazy
hard.
divorce. And they have daughters together, they have kids. So I think it's a lot. I'm not saying her tears and her emotions aren't real, but I do think that she's playing the victim a little bit too much because now that Maurizio's like, okay, cool, bet. Like, you want to go and do what you want to do, then like if
So
we're
will I.
separated, so will I. And he has total okay and freedom to do that because they're supposed to be separated. But she can't say the terms are murky only when she wants to be with him.
So why is Maurizio like obviously hanging out? We don't know if they're hooking up him and Emma Slater, but they're obviously hanging out outside of dancing hours. Why then?
They're also off the show now.
They're not on the show anymore
They're not
either?
on the show anymore.
Oh,
They
I
got
didn't know
kicked off.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that.
that adds a layer of
Oh, it
thickness,
does.
which is probably why she's feeling this way too, because maybe she believed that Maurizio and Emma were just, friends on set, and that's what he was telling her. And now that they're kicked off the show, she's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. They're going clubbing. They were out going
Yeah.
clubbing. You can't claim that it's to practice your dance moves, your
Nope.
routine.
And we didn't get anything from inside the club, just saying. Who knows what was going on in there?
Why then did Maurizio and Emma Slater come out and do that denial video after they were caught holding hands? And then it's clear that they've got something. I don't know if it's...
I don't know. You want to call Maurizio? You're asking the wrong gal. I don't know.
It's weird though. They did
It's
like
so weird. They did
a
whole-
hostage video.
But I think
Oh,
that
don't
was
say hostage.
even. I think that was even like. It was like, I don't know. It just seemed like they got caught. That video wasn't very genuine.
No, I know, but why make that video and then continue to do where the rumors, what the rumors came from?
I don't know. I'm not a cheater, so I don't know.
Ah, facts. I don't know either. That's why I'm asking the question. Very good. Shout out to our
Nice
spouses. Moving on. Jon Voight, pretty good actor. In my opinion, pretty terrible father because he is always coming at his daughter, Angelina Jolie, since like he was able to, since she was even a kid. They are now at loggerheads over the Palestine-Israel situation because Angelina is taking a more sort of progressive stance, as she always does. She's a very progressive woman. She's saying basically, I see victims on both sides. She's giving an even weight to things, whereas Jon is very pro-Israel and is a very conservative man and is proudly conservative, always making these videos, talking about how much he loves Trump and everything Trump stands for. And that's obviously the opposite of what Angelina Jolie stands for. So he made this video in response to Angelina Jolie coming out and kind of like supporting also the people of Palestine as well as the people of Israel. And so this was what Jon had to say to Angelina's post.
I'm very disappointed that my daughter, like so many, has no understanding of God's honor, God's truths. This is about destroying the history of God's land, the Holy Land.
So whatever side of that particular debate you land on, I just think this is an opportunity to talk about this tumultuous relationship between two really famous actors.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was just reading in our notes here. I didn't know that Angelina Jolie was 2 when Jon Voight and her mom separated.
Right.
Like, that's so crazy to me that the tumultuous relationship basically started when she was a child. I mean, here's the thing. I get it. He went on to say also that the conflict can't be civil now and it's gone too far for that and yada, yada, yada. I will say this. Everyone has an opinion on this war, and that's what it is. It's a war, So Israel's attacks on the Hamas is because of they got attacked, and now they're in war with each other. So everyone's going to have an opinion. I just feel like he could have just said his opinion without aiming it towards his daughter. And he was even like, and she's speaking out again, like she always does. And it's just like adding that extra layer of sauce to be rude to her and just like attack her is just too much.
But this is what he always does. The amount of times he's called her out and said horrible things about her. In fact, when she was about to adopt her first child, he told everybody the news before the adoption went through. And because adoption agencies are very kind of secretive because of certain things, the adoption nearly didn't go through because of her dad. And there's just been so many examples of...
Now, did he do it maliciously, or was he just I can't even say.
Well, I mean,
I was going to say a proud grandparent who was excited, but...
Well, he would say that. She would say that, the opposite. Because, both of Angelina Jolie's parents are both actors, her mum and dad. But her mum was very present and, by all reports, really good mum. And Jon was absentee father. He was a famous actor, absentee father. He put her in her first role, so a bit of nepotism there. But he also, according to her, would only hang around the kids when the cameras were there. He'd take them to the Oscars or he'd go on the red carpets. And then the rest of the time, he wasn't even there.
And I will say this about Angelina Jolie. I mean, say what you want about her maybe when she was in her younger years, but she is like a renowned, like she fights for like a lot of different causes. Like, I don't know. I don't see her as being like this nepotism. What is that? Nepo baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she's really evolved and changed. And I think that also comes with the, being a mom. She's now in like the shoes that Jon was in.
She's a mom like how many times over now?
I know. I don't know how many kids she has.
Her and Brad have a few. She's adopted some.
Yeah.
And obviously, the difference between her and her dad is very political too. She is very at the left. He is very at the right.
Right.
And they just can't seem to see eye to eye. And never have.
I mean, you get him out, right? You've gotten him out before?
I have, actually.
Is he nice?
He is. Like, he's a great soundbite because he'll say something crazy.
Really?
But actually, one of my greatest TMZ clips of all time was Jon Voight, because there's an episode of Seinfeld where George Costanza buys a used car.
Yeah.
And in the glove box of the used car is a pencil, and it's got teeth marks in the pencil, and it says J Voight or Jon Voight or something on the pencil. So the whole episode's about George trying to figure out if the real Jon Voight bit this pencil. Anyway, I saw him at LAX. I had my pencil ready, and I got him to bite a pencil for me. And so I have a Jon Voight bitten pencil too.
Wow.
So and he'll play along. That was great. It's a great memento. But he's great for like a soundbite, and he's great. He's charismatic, and he will talk to you. But I don't know that I'd want him as a dad.
Well, we don't know the full relationship between Angelina Jolie and Jon Voight, but from what we do know, they don't get along at all.
At all. And probably never will.
Never will. I mean, I feel like it's too far,
Too far gone.
Too far gone.
I agree. Okay, on to our final story.
A little bit more lighthearted.
A little bit more lighthearted, but also, I'm not sure if it is lighthearted because Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who is kind of famous now because of a documentary about her. Her mother was awful to her. Her mother basically made her believe and made the world believe that she had various terminal illnesses. Gypsy, her daughter, in order to get free stuff and in order
leukemia. Muscular dystrophy.
She was in a wheelchair.
She even gave her a feeding tube at one point.
It was just awful what this mum did to her healthy daughter. And then eventually the daughter snapped. And the mum was found stabbed in her home. Yeah. And they had thought that her disabled daughter had been kidnapped.
Yep.
But they found Gypsy. And then eventually they determined that it was Gypsy who killed her mother.
Yep.
And she's been behind bars for nearly 10 years now. I think she was sentenced to 10, but she's getting out a little early.
Yeah.
And so she's getting out on December 28th. And on December 31st, she wants to be at the Chiefs NFL game.
Yep.
Trying to find Taylor Swift somewhere in a VIP box to meet.
Her and her husband have tickets to that game, and that was the one thing she told one of our producers is that she's excited to go to the game and potentially, meet Taylor Swift because she's a kick-ass chick who taught her the meaning of girl power.
Oh,
now,
nice.
If that's not cute, I don't know what is.
Do you think Taylor would meet up with her? Now, I know she's kind of a controversial figure because of the whole murdering thing. But it was like, did the mum have it coming? I don't know. Up for debate.
Jesus criminy, Charlie. It's too early for this right now. I can't be debating with whether she is a nice girl or not. I don't know.
Do you think if you're Taylor, are you meeting up with her? Are you letting her like come and hang out in the box with, you and Brittany Mahomes?
Probably not.
No?
No.
But you let Jackson Mahomes back there
I don't
last
think
game.
if they let Jackson Mahomes back there.
Jackson Mahomes were back there, and he's like not a great guy.
I don't think they let him back there.
Oh, you think he weaseled
I
his
think
way
he
in?
just weaseled his way up there because
As
he
he
wasn't
does.
there the other 2 times.
True.
He was like, third time that I'm getting on that camera.
Because, I mean, Taylor has an ever-expanding girl gang. Oh, she calls it squad. Sorry. We
Because
should
her
use
squad, her girl squad.
her girls. She has ruined the word squad. I can't
I'm
think
sorry.
I can't say the word no, I don't know when I'd say squad anyway.
Yeah, you don't sound like a squad person.
I just don't like this squad. So Taylor was out over the weekend with Selena, Sophie, Gigi, Cara, and Brittany Mahomes.
Did you want to say any of their last names?
Well, my point being, I think you understand who I'm talking about by their first names, but I have to say Brittany Mahomes
Yes.
because she was also there.
You totally separated Brittany. Poor girl. She's on the top of the world right now hanging out with Taylor Swift, and you just dissed her by having to say her last name.
Because Brittany Mahomes is the modern day Slumdog Millionaire. Like, how did she
Okay.
work her way up from the bottom through no good, like, what has she got for her? Like, she's just a nothing sort of person.
You are crazy.
She doesn't have any
You are
talent.
hot take Charlie this morning.
She just met Patrick Mahomes at the right time at high school. And then now, look, she's hanging out with Taylor Swift.
Okay, calm down. Let's not attack her previously to the Taylor Swift era right now, okay? She is in the same box. Her husband is the quarterback.
I know.
Travis Kelce, and forgive me if I get his running back.
Travis Kelce is a tight end.
Tight end. And they're best friends, Patrick and Kelce.
I know.
So what are you talking about? Of course they're going to meet, and obviously they may have same interests, similar interests. And
I
Taylor
know.
Swift is a Supergirl's girl. So of course she's going to be like, oh my God, if they hit it off, she's like, come with me, come to New York, hang out with us. And do you think Brittany's going to say no?
Oh, no. Brittany
was on the first flight out.
I know, but no one's done more with less than Brittany Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, look where she is in her life.
This is not. Oh my God!
Like,
you
who
are
could have
crazy.
predicted this when she
Someone
was-
with more. That would say like saying you could do what she's doing.
No,
because
but-
you are less than her.
What?
She's at least sitting in the box, married to a millionaire.
No, but
what do you have?
No, I've done a lot with a little. That, I'm sitting here in the podcast studio because I've done so much with my limited talent.
Is it me or am I talking in circles with him?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to get to the bottom of this. I
will say this, though. It's telling because we haven't seen, I don't think that Taylor Swift's been at the last 2 games, right?
Well, this
For
one was in
him?
Germany. This last one was in Frankfurt over the weekend.
She's got a private jet.
I
She
feel
got a
like-
PJ. She could have gone with her and Brittany could have showed up.
They could have, but they chose
They
not
chose to go out with the girl squad.
Last question before we end. Where does their relationship, Travis and Taylor, stand now that both of their schedules are going different ways?
Yeah, I think it's going to fizzle out.
You think so?
Yeah. I think there's a certain level of that honeymoon phase where you guys are so enthralled with each other. And, they say the heart makes the distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, something
I
like
just
that.
don't think that that's going to happen for them because they're both so busy. Like his schedule is very demanding to be on the field and he has games and practices that he can't miss. She does too. She's got her entire Eras tour overseas.
Yeah.
happening.
I don't think there's a sadistic part of me that's kind of looking forward to the downfall.
Oh.
Just because we build up the hype so much and then
Yeah.
you're like, suck it, Swifties. You know what I mean? It's going to be great.
I am right there with you about the Swifties, but let's let them have it for a few more
Okay,
weeks.
for a few more weeks. Thank you very much for joining me, Nikki.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow. Bye.